A 100 MVA synchronous generator operates on full load at a frequency of 50 Hz. A 100 MVA synchronous generator operates on full load at a frequency of 50 Hz. So load is there, and according to the load, this particular generator supplying power, both are equal. So whatever the generator generating the power, it is equal to the load, so that it is operating at a frequency of 50 Hz. The load is suddenly reduced to the 50 megawatt here. Let us consider 500 megawatt. 500 megawatt load is there, and we are generating 500 megawatt. We are generating 500 megawatt. So this is here. So if these two are equal, then the frequency, it is a rated one. It is equal to 50 Hz. It is equal to 50 Hz. Load equal to generation. So these two are equal. That's why we are maintaining the frequency. System is operating at 50 Hz. But here the load is suddenly reduced to the 50 megawatt. Here the load is suddenly reduced to 50 megawatt. So initially it is operating at 500 megawatt. After that there was certain disturbance occur. There was some disturbance occur. So what is this disturbance? The total load, it is reduced by 50 megawatt. 50 megawatt. Then it is becomes 450 megawatt. 450 megawatt. But we are generating 500 megawatt. But we are generating 500 megawatt. Here load is less than the generation, or we are generating the more power than the load requirement. So in this condition, what will happen? The frequency will increase or frequency will rise for a short while until 450 equal to 450, until the generation from the generator is equal to the 450 megawatt. The frequency will be on rise, and no doubt it will be greater than the 50 Hz. It is greater than the 50 Hz. Now here he has given load is suddenly reduced to 50 megawatt. So this is the condition example. Due to the time lag in the governor system, so as we have discussed, there should be a time lag in every system, because you have to increase or decrease input to a particular system, and it will take a certain time to affect on the output. That's why due to the time lag in the governor system, in order to set the generation from the generator to the 450 megawatt, the steam valve begins to close after 0.4 seconds. The steam valve begins to close after 0.4 seconds. So here we have discussed that input to the turbine we have like this, and there is a control valve. There is a control valve like this, and this control valve, if it is a moves up, then it is a closing position, and if it is a moves down, then it is a open position. Here we are generating the more power, so that's why you have to reduce the input to the turbine at this condition. You have to reduce the input to the turbine. In order to reduce the input to the turbine, you have to give the close command. The control valve has to be close in such way that input to the turbine is reduced, so that output of the generator will be reduced until it is equal to the 450 megawatt. So this has to be done. So how much time it will take? So this is the steam valve begins to close after 0.4 seconds. So actually the change in the frequency is sensed by the flyball speed governor. Flyball speed governor will take the action, and it will give the movement to the linkage mechanism, and from the linkage mechanism, so it will be goes to the hydraulic turbine, and in the hydraulic turbine there is a pilot valve and main piston. All this will be moved in such way that it will be closed. So it will take certain time for all this has to happen. It will take the certain time, that is called as a 0.4 seconds. that it takes 0.4 seconds. So it is due to the time lag in the governor system, the steam valve begins to close after 0.4 seconds. So that is what is happening here. Determine the change in the frequency that occurs in this time. So during this 0.4 seconds, even though load is reduced, we are generating the same power. It is a 500 megawatt. So during this 0.4 seconds, this condition, whatever here exists, this condition is exist during the 0.4 seconds. What is that? Generation is greater than the load. So frequency definitely it will be increased. Frequency will be increased. So you will get the more than the 50 Hz. So what is that exact frequency during the 0.4 seconds? You have to identify it. So for that, first given data, a 100 MVA synchronous generator operates on full load at a frequency of 50 Hz. At this condition, load is equal to the generating power, load requirement equal to the generating power. The load is suddenly reduced to the 50 megawatt. So suddenly the system is operating at the steady state condition, but the disturbance occurs in the system in such a way that load is reduced to 50 megawatt. Due to the time lag in the governor system, the steam valve begins to close after 0.4 seconds. So it takes a certain time to close the control valve, to give the command to the control valve to close certain steam input to the turbine. In this condition, determine the change in the frequency that occurs in this time. So you have to find out what is the delta F. You will find out what is the frequency at the stable condition. It is a 50 Hz. And what is the frequency because of this 0.4 seconds condition? You will find out what is the frequency, and so you will get a certain, suppose here he has get 51 Hz. So 51 Hz, 51 minus 50, you will get 1 Hz. So the change in the frequency, it is a 1 Hz that has to be found out. So for that, here kinetic energy stored in the rotating parts of the generator and turbine. Kinetic energy stored in the rotating parts of the generator and turbine. This is during the steady state condition or without a disturbance condition. So what is the kinetic energy of the generator rotor? That has to be found out. As you know that inertia constant H, this is equal to kinetic energy divided by rating of the machine, PR. From this you can find out what is the kinetic energy. So kinetic energy equal to inertia constant multiplied by rating of the machine. Here inertia constant he has given as a 5 kW seconds per kVA of generator capacity. Here the rating of the machine he has given 100 MVA, and H he has given 5 kW seconds per kVA of generator capacity. So you substitute here. What is the H here? 5 kW seconds per kVA multiplied by here the rating of the machine, it is a 100 MVA, but it is a kW seconds per kVA. That's why you convert this MVA into kVA. Then 100 multiplied by 10 power 3 kVA we can write like this. Now these two will be gets cancelled. So kVA and kVA gets cancelled, and now we will get as a 5 multiplied by 100 multiplied by 1000. So it is a 5 into 10 power 5 kW seconds. So it is a 10 square and it is a 10 cube, 10 power 5, 5 into 10 power 5. And moreover, we have the unit as a kW seconds, because kW seconds by kVA into kVA, these two gets cancelled. So you will get kW seconds. It is the kinetic energy stored in the generator rotor before the disturbance. Happily it is rotating at a speed of 5 into 10 power 5 kW seconds. It is a without disturbance condition. Now suddenly excess power, this load is reduced, that is a 50 megawatt. Excess power input to the generator before the steam valve begins to close. So input to the generator, it is a 50 megawatt, because input to the turbine, it was not controlled. It was not controlled because it takes a 0.4 second. For the time of 0.4 second, the same steam is given as a input to the turbine, and the same will be given to the generator as a input. So it is called as a excess power. It is called as a excess power. So we are generating the same 500 megawatt here. Now excess power input to the generator before the steam valve begins to close, it is a 50 megawatt. Now excess energy input to the rotating parts is a in 0.4 seconds is. Now during that time we are generating the 500 megawatt, but we want only 450 megawatt, but balance is there. It is a 50 megawatt balance is there. 50 megawatt we are generating more, but where it is goes, because we want only 450 megawatt, but we are generating the 500 megawatt. The difference is a 50 megawatt. So this 50 megawatt energy will be stored in the rotating mass of the rotor, as we have discussed earlier. This 50 megawatt excess power will be stored in the generator rotor, are nothing but stored in the rotating mass. So earlier it is a 5 into 10 power 5 kW seconds. To that, so it will be as this energy is stored in the rotating mass, there is a increase in the rotating mass energy. There is a increase in the rotating mass energy. So because of this increase in the rotating mass energy, the kinetic energy will be increased. The kinetic energy of the rotor will be increased. And as you know, if the kinetic energy is given, it is a kinetic energy and speed, we can correlate as a kinetic energy is proportional to speed square, Ke proportional to n square, and it is again proportional to f square, as we have discussed earlier. Kinetic energy proportional to square of the speed, and it is again proportional to the square of the frequency. So because n equal to 120 f by p. Now from this condition we can write at normal condition without disturbance, under steady state condition no disturbance occurs. Under this condition the frequency, it is given by, let it be, it is a f naught, it is a f naught, and the kinetic energy is given by Ke naught, let it be Ke naught. Now after disturbance, the frequency, let it be f, and the kinetic energy is Ke. So without disturbance under the steady state condition, f naught, it is equal to Ke naught, and after disturbance, so the frequency is changed ultimately, but it depends upon whether the load is increased or decreased. So definitely it is going to change. So it is a f, and the new kinetic energy of the generator rotor, it is a Ke. Now we can write this as a yet frequency f square divided by f naught square, rated frequency. This is proportional to Ke by Ke naught. Ke by Ke naught, because Ke is proportional to f square and Ke naught proportional to f naught square. So that's I have written here. And now this Ke, it is given by, before it is a Ke naught initial kinetic energy plus, because of the excess power input to the generator, so there is an increment in the kinetic energy of the rotor. So that is because of the excess energy input to the rotating part in 0.4 seconds, the kinetic energy will be increased by 20,000 kW seconds. 20,000 kW seconds. How we can get it? By using this excess input power. It is a 50 megawatt is the excess power. So it is given by 50 megawatt, but we want in terms of kinetic energy. Kinetic energy units are kW seconds. So kW seconds and that is a power multiplied by the time. So that is given by time is, it is a 0.4 seconds, 0.4 seconds. That means 50 megawatt multiplied by 0.4 seconds. But we want in terms of kWs. That's why this megawatt will be converted into the kilowatts. Then you will get it as a 50 into 10 power 3 kilowatt multiplied by 0.4 seconds. Then if you multiply all this, you will get 20,000 kW seconds. That means the excess kinetic energy given to the generator rotor, it is a 20,000 kW seconds. Then you write here 20,000. It is a new kinetic energy, and initial we have Ke naught. Initial we have Ke naught. It is a initial kinetic energy when the system is operating at 50 Hz. From this condition, we can write it as a F by F naught. F by F naught equal to this Kw naught. It is a initial kinetic energy. It is given by 5 into 10 power 5 Kw seconds. Then you can write it as a 5 multiplied by 10 power. It is a 5 10 power 5 plus and 20,000 divided by initial kinetic energy 5 into 10 power 5 under root. So it is a F by F naught whole square. You can take it as a square root in the right side. 5 into 10 power 5 plus 20,000 by 5 into 10 power 5. So if it is like this, then you cannot add. That's why you convert this into the zeros. So 5, so total 5 zeros are there. So it is plus 20,000 divided by 5 into 10 power 5. This is also converted into the zeros. Then you will get it as a F. From this you can write the frequency after getting the excess kinetic energy. Then it will be F naught multiplied by, this is the F naught multiplied by square root of 5 zeros plus 20,000 divided by 5 zeros. So this is the frequency at the end of the 0.4 seconds, or you can say during the 0.4 second, this is the frequency what you will get it. F equal to F naught root of this one. So this you will get F naught, it is a 50, and after solving all these, then you will get it as a 51 Hz. You will get 51 Hz here. Then what he has asked here, determine the change in the frequency. Determine the change in the frequency that occurs during 0.4 seconds. So in this 0.4 seconds, we can say like this: F is nothing but F at the end of the 0.4 second. We can write it as a initial frequency F naught plus delta F. Change in the frequency, you can write it F naught plus delta F. So F is at the end of 0.4 seconds, it is given by 51 Hz. 51 Hz is the frequency of the system at the end of the 0.4 seconds. And F naught is the rated frequency when the system is operating at a stable condition and where the load is equal to the generation. Then it is a 50 plus we want this change in the frequency delta F. Now we can write delta F equal to, it is a 1 Hz. The change in the frequency during the 0.4 seconds, it is a 1 Hz change. And what is the frequency condition? The frequency condition is it is a rise condition. It is a rise condition. And after the 0.4 seconds, input to the turbine changes and output of the generator reduced, and until this generation is equal to the 450 megawatt, the speed governing system will act accordingly until the generation equal to the load. So this is the what is happen when the load is increased or decreased on the system. So this is the condition where load is suddenly reduced, then how it affects the frequency of the system. So that has been calculated here. So main part here is when the load is suddenly reduced, the excess energy what we are generating will not be destroyed, but it is converted from one form to another form. That's why this excess energy will be stored in the rotating mass of the rotor, so that the rotating mass will be increased, so that the kinetic energy of the rotor is increased. As the kinetic energy is increased, the relation between the kinetic energy and speed, it is a Ke proportional to n square, and from that you can write Ke proportional to f square. From that relation you can find out what is the frequency rise because of the load reduction on the system.